Well, in recent years, I think, something that, we're thinking about things which just popped up and you were looking into a system or a technology and you thought, okay, this I haven't really seen before, or this was really surprising to me. I would think it would be, some of the early GPT models. So obviously we were playing around with some of this stuff also internally in modl.ai, before GPT-3 really hit the mainstream. But some of that text generation stuff that we saw coming out of that was really impressive. To me, there was like a moment of okay, we've sort of like gone to a new place with this. Then also, then that quickly moved on to image generation, like you talked about. I think for me, a lot of it was around, style transfer and, image manipulation. Before we got to wholesale image generation, there was kind of like in the AI community, there's a lot of work happening on, transferring styles across different images, doing that offline, then eventually doing it real time, even in games. For those in games, they'll remember like a few years ago, you were seeing some demos of that where suddenly you hit a button and the game looks completely different. So those like early technological advances were a couple of things that really opened my eyes. And then I would say some of the work that has been happening with things like decision transformers and things that aren't, maybe as visceral in a media sense, but some of the progress that has been made in robotics and associated fields, where suddenly we have much more powerful methods for training robots by demonstration, which is, the kind of AI, because it hasn't really hit the mainstream yet, people probably don't really see it. But there's actually a lot of developments happening there as well that I predict, it'll just take some more years before we see the impact on that on a broader basis.